Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening in the Pacific Northwest near Seattle, where I am. Thank you for joining us on this absurdly snowy evening. This is something that we're not very used to out here, so it's kind of giving a special flavor to the night for those of us in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you again for joining us. Tonight is our celebration of SpiritSong. This is the celebration of the coming spring, of those first flower buds that we can see popping out of the snow, the first little buds that we're starting to see on some of our trees and bushes. This is the celebration of new birth. And in our tradition, it's the celebration of the birth of our queer divinity known as the divine youth. Tonight, we celebrate the open eyes, the awe-inspired eyes of youthfulness and childhood. We reject jadedness with everything that we put into this evening. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening. I should have also have said we are the Fellowship of the Phoenix, and we're just happy to have you here. So our ritual will be approximately 1 hour long, and we will get started with some focusing exercises and move on from there. So to begin, I'd actually like you to take a breath and just let that out. One more time. Breathe in and out. You need to roll your shoulders, your neck, anything like that. Get comfortable in your space. And before we really get started, take a moment to think on and give voice to any distractions or ills that would close your heart to the work that we're doing tonight. Call those things out in your own space, in your own voice. Give them some physicality. Name those distractions, those ills, those bad thoughts, and cast them out into the air. Release them so that they can be transformed by our work together here tonight. I know for me, everything about the fucking Senate gone out of my brain into the world here, and let it be transformed. Let all of these things turn into something positive for movement forward, for change in the coming year. May these energies be transformed, and may we work in peace. BA?
Now that we've named our distractions, let's name our intentions. Take a breath and a moment to name your intent for tonight. What do you hope to come away with? What are you here to celebrate? If you feel called, take turns to share your intent via the chat or speak it out loud into your space.
Now that we've named our distractions and our intentions, we can balance and center together. Close your eyes and clasp your hands together. Focus for a moment on our shared intent. Every one of us is here for a purpose, including those of us not on screen, including you. Breathe in that shared intent for healing and celebration. Breathe out and let it settle in your heart. Again, in and out. Together, we form a community that is built through the bonds of love and will. We give shape to this sacred space, a fortress in which to weave the magic of life. You may release hands.
Thank you, Creasy. And thank you all once again for being here with us. Together, we stand at the entrance to a great labyrinth on top of the world's mound, which itself is the immortal foundation that supported the footsteps of our earliest spirits. Inside of the world's mound, here, lives history and the past. So before we continue further, we want to acknowledge the history of the space that we ourselves are on, both the space that where you are, and just breathe that in. Honor that history, that lore, and honor the world's mound. We all hope to honor our own lands with the work that we do tonight. In our tradition, the world's mound is also the truncated pyramid, bolstered on each side by the elements, giving shape to our world. We're now going to call the elements into our communal space, beginning in the north with earth, and then ending in the west with water. You're invited to summon the elements within yourself and within your space in a way that feels right to you. I'm actually going to start us off. So take a moment to connect with earth in a way that feels right to you. As I call forth the element of earth into this space, if you'd like, you can quietly tone the vowel sound ooh, and imagine the powers of earth entering our right. Ooh, I can actually grab some earth here. I bring in earth, the door to strength. I bring the energies of fertile fields and ancient stone, of growth and foundation. I bring the world mound and the obelisk's root as we welcome earth into this space. Netzah Shaliach. In our tradition, that means we meant what we said and it's all done now.
I'm going to bring air into this space. So, before we begin, take a moment to connect with air in a way that feels right to you. As I call forth the element of air into this space, quietly intone the vowel sound eh, and imagine the powers of air entering our right. I bring in air, the door to knowledge. I bring the energies of cooling breezes and wild gales, of intellect and imagination. I bring the directions and the compass roads as we welcome air into this space. Netzach Shaliach.
I will bring in fire. So take a moment to connect with fire in a way that feels right to you. As I call forth the element of fire into this space, quietly tone the vowel sound E and imagine the powers of fire entering our right. I bring in fire, the door to power. I bring the energies of burning hearths and blood-warm skin, of passion and vitality. I bring the flames of transformation and the obelisk as we welcome fire into this space. Netzah Shaliach.
Take a moment to connect with water in a way that feels right to you. As I call forth the element of water into this space, quietly tone the vowel sound Oh, and imagine the powers of water entering our right. I bring in water, the door to mystery. I bring the energies of quenching rain and ocean depth, of emotion and memory. I bring the labyrinth and the misted path as we welcome water into this space. Netzah Shaliach. Now we'll call on the spirits of our tradition and ask that they open the way.
We call on the spirits of place, ancient and modern, spirits of mountain and concrete, of snowy forests and cold fresh waters. Reveal to us the currents of this land.
We call on Terra and Soul, twin souls of matter and light, body and breath. Guide our magic to manifestation.
We call on the queer ancestors of blood and spirit, mighty dead who carry the torches of wisdom into our hearts and lives. Protect us as we walk on twilight roads.
We call on the dragon, spiraled serpent at obelisk's root, source of earthen flame and deepest gold. Forge for us the crucible through which we are transformed.
We call on the Minotaur, starry bull of blackest earth, challenger and guardian. Show us the light that lives in inky shadows.
We call on the queer divine, sacred transgressors and holiest of apostates. We call to youth, explorer, lover, healer, warrior, liberator, mystic, elder. Bless us with flame and light, queer power, and open hearts.
We call now on the beating, flaming heart of our tradition. Phoenix, illuminator and alchemist, light source who casts no shadow, we call you down. Spread your wings and lift our hearts. Lift now the veil, open now the way.
We're now going to call on the symbol of our order. So if you would like to imagine taking hands with a participant on either side of you, left palm up, right palm down, or simply clasp your own hands together. And take a breath. Let us prepare to enter the labyrinth together. You will never get lost in a labyrinth, for it is not a maze. There is one path in, and it is the same path out. Focus your attention on the journey we are about to take. Honor yourself and the others here by choosing to be fully present. Open your heart to the possibilities that are present in this journey. See before you a large 7-circuit labyrinth of the sort represented at our altar. See the entrance before you, opening to a left turn that leads into deepening shadow. Step forward. Walk the long, winding path back and forth from circuit to circuit. Each step focuses your mind, body, and spirit. Note the smell of the path, the feel of the air on your skin. Let your soul awaken. Your steps quicken slightly and the turns grow sharper, and suddenly you step into a large clearing at the labyrinth center with a large bonfire at its heart, smoky and warm and bright. These are the flames which we have kindled together. The fire calls for release and promises transformation. Over the crackles and pops of the burning wood, you hear the sound of beating wings from overhead and feel a fire kindle within your heart. You look upwards and see the largest, most beautiful bird you have ever seen. You look into its eyes and see within them a familiarity which strikes you to the core, yet at the same time, those eyes contain the deepest mysteries of the universe. A voice speaks within your head saying, I am thee, and thou art me. The bird's feathers shimmer and flame in myriad colors. You watch as it circles once more and then dives directly into the fire and is utterly consumed. The fire grows and seems to reach for you. Hesitantly, you move toward the flames where the bird was. The flames are warm but do not burn you. Instead, you are invigorated with a willpower and strength that is rejuvenating. You breathe in deeply and feel the divine move through you, aflame with the power of spirit. You feel others step into the flames and watch as they come alive with the knowledge of who they truly are. You are aware of yourself as an individual and yet as a part of something much larger. You feel the earth leave from beneath you. You soar upwards to the planets and the stars. A bird's cry pierces the world and opens your heart. Breathe in that sound. Become aware of yourself as the phoenix. You may release your own hands or those that you held in your heart. From the flames, we will call on the youth to manifest within our temple and community. Breathe in the light of the phoenix and focus on your desire for the divine to be here, manifested in our shared space. Breathe out and feel the name of the divine settle on your lips like a lover. See the flames at the center of the labyrinth again in your mind's eye. At their heart is the figure of a person, tiny and indistinct, but growing as they move closer. This is the youth. See the youth more clearly as they approach, emerging from the flames. Notice their shape. Are they big and strong, lithe or wiry? What color are their hair, their eyes, their skin? What is the youth wearing? See the clothing, the colors, the textures. What are they carrying, if anything? Listen for the voice of the youth. How do they sound? Do they speak quickly or slowly? What might they taste like if you were to kiss their lips, their cheek, their hand? How would it feel to embrace the youth? How does the youth hold their body? How do they move? If you notice a desire in your own body to move, allow yourself to move as if you are walking or dancing or anything with the youth. The youth stands before you now, real and present in every detail. They're close enough that you can hear the rustle of their clothing, see the light glinting in their eyes, close enough that you can feel the warmth of their breath and smell their scent. This is the youth, come from the flames at the heart of the labyrinth to teach us. Open your hearts now to their offering.
And now we're going to do some spellcrafts, some magic. So we'll go back and kind of feel the energy of the youth and feel that joy or that mystery, or whatever emotions you felt. Go back and just bring to mind how you felt. And if you're not sure because this is brand new to you and you're not quite connected, that's okay too. We're gonna just have the intent of having the youth come through us. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna send out energy out into the greater universe with the help of the youth. So what I would like you to do is think about something that you need. Think about something that you need or want or you desire. And the key to magic, how I do it, is think about that which you desire like you have to have it. You have to. And not only do you have to have it, you're going to have it. It's going to manifest. And so think about that what you need, and it can be anything. It can be anything that's humanly possible. So think about that which you desire, and kind of just move it just a little bit if you can. If you can't, that's okay. You can stand still. And the reason we're moving is we're getting the energies in our bodies to flow and to move just a little bit. And imagine there's an energy all around you in the air, in the earth, in your room, in your chair, and breathe that energy in. Breathe it into your body and just feel it. I like to see it as a nice bluish color or sometimes a rainbow color. So you can just breathe those colors in from the air, from the earth, and feel your whole body. But at the same time, keep thinking about your desire. Now, how does it feel to have your desire manifest? Actually happening? It feels pretty good, doesn't it? Like, yeah, I got this. So keep on breathing, keep on moving if you like. Now, what would happen spiritually if your desire manifests? Would it make your path easier? Would it make your path more joyful? And keep on breathing the energy in. Just keep on breathing the energy in. We're going to do something with it here in a second. Now, think about it actually manifesting. If you like, close your eyes and just visualize it like it's here. You can touch it. It's tangible. It's here. It's on the physical plane. Now what we're going to do is you're going to rub your hands together like this really fast and feel that friction, and you're going to clap. You can now feel that magnetism. Now, all that energy that we have in our bodies, take a breath and breathe it into an energy ball into your hand. Just breathe it out, all that energy. Do it in a few breaths. And one more time. Now you have this wonderful ball of magic. Now, think about your desire. Think about how it feels. Think about how it feels in your heart. Think about how it manifests in your mind. Now, how it manifests in the physical plane. It's here. You have it. Now take a breath and breathe your desire into the energy ball. And feel the power. Just feel it. Feel the heaviness. Feel the weight. Look into the ball and see the magic. See your desire as clear as you can, as clearly as you can. Now, take a breath, and we're going to send it up into the universe. And breathe in, and send it forth. And may the magic manifest in the way that's best for you.
down on you through starlight. Breathe that in. And let it settle in your heart, right here. 2 more times. Breathe down from the stars and let that energy swirl in your heart. And again, down and in. Let that swirl. Now, bring your focus down. We're looking through the floor, through the ground, into the great abyss below us. We stand on the edge of a great cauldron filled with the waters of life and death, upon which sparkle the reflections of the stars above us. And these reflections are the lights, the souls of our ancestors, carrying the divine energy from below and blessing us with their wisdom. Look at those reflected lights below you and breathe them up. Breathe in that ancestral light and feel it swirl in your heart. 2 more times. Breathe up from the cauldron, the light of the ancestors. Let that swirl. Let it collect. And 1 more time, breathe up. And let that light mingle. This is the light of the ancestors and the light of the divine, swirling in your heart, commingling. Take 1 more breath just to feel that firmly, to let it settle. Feel that motion, almost a pulsing, a cycle. And now Theo is going to help us use some of that energy to heal ourselves.
Stirring within you those energies that George called forth, the powers from beneath us, the divine ancestors, the energies that have driven through our blood through countless generations, and the powers of the stars above, those divine lights that fill us, that give us hope and wonder. And as those mingle, I'd like you to turn your attention inside yourself, not just to wounds, not just to illnesses, but to the heartache, to the quiet pain, to the injuries that this season of pandemic, of political strife, of community troubles have wounded us all with. And I'd like us to find within us the flames of transformation deep in your heart, that spark wherever it is. And tonight, breathe in that light from above, breathe in that red flame from below, and guide it into your heart with a breath in and out. Fan that flame. Let it grow stronger and brighter. Call to that energy of wonder, to find yourself here, to find hope and brightness shining in the darkness. Knowing that even through it all, we are still here. We breathe, we gather, we connect, we create community. Breathe those energies in and see your spark of the flames of transformation, that bright flame within you spreading throughout your body, letting that energy fill you and heal you, letting it go to those wounds which need acute attention and overflow them, surging through you like the bright and shining lights that they are. And seeing yourself, your spark of transformation in the vast darkness. See the lights of all those here, all those joining us, burst into their own flames, their own sparks of transformation, a shining, shimmering web. scattered through the night, our own stars, our own selves, reflecting and magnifying the lights from above and below. And breathe that vision in, a vision of wonder, of hope, and heal our connection to self and to that web. And with that light in mind, we turn to Reverend Cheveo so that we may heal our community.
Okay, and then now we have the healing energies of the above, and we have the healing energies of the earth. Feel those energies again and just connect. Take a breath and connect. And now think of our community. Who is our LGBTQIA community? Some of them are right here doing the ritual with you. Some of them may be people you know. Some of them may be people you haven't seen in a year because of the pandemic. Or there's people that you know on Facebook that we scroll and think, oh, the next time I can, I'm going to have coffee with them. Whoever your community is, think about that. The other thing I want you to do is think about the LGBTQIA youth, especially the youth who may be homeless right now, or just need some healing energy. Some of them you may know, some of them you may not know, and it's just an idea. That's okay, because just send the energy out, and they will receive the healing energy. So breathe in these energies again. Just breathe them in however you enjoy, however's comfortable with you. And what we're going to do is extend your hands either towards the screen or up high or out of wherever you feel called. And we're going to use a free-form Om. And think about the healing energy in your body, and think about sending it to the greater community. And take a breath. Oh. Again, take a breath and send it forth with a free-form Om. Oh. And one more time. Oh. You know, George will lead the healing of Earth.
Thank you, Cheveo. So next up, we are going to focus on our connection to the earth. We seek to strengthen that connection and to heal it for so many reasons. Some that are implicit on us, many of which are just a byproduct of the world that we live in. Our connection to our planet, to our local places, our connection to the earth itself breaks down and needs some support, some strength. So reconnect briefly to that energy that we pulled down. One breath each. Just breathe in from above into the heart, the starlight of the divine, and breathe from below, the reflected light, that ancestral fire, and feel that enliven again in your heart. let it blossom. Good. And think down, feel that connection, perhaps between your butt and what's below you, between your feet and the ground, whatever part of you feels most connected and grounded right now. Really focus on that. And focus on that connection, focus on that physicality, on that link between you and the earth. Send your mind just a little below that to feel the slow serpentine pulsing of the planet below us. The earth has its own heartbeat, its own rhythm. Breathe with that. Just in and out at a natural pace, nothing forced, but feel that thrumming, that pounding, slow pounding force of the planet below us. And feel that connection, return to it now, that connection between that cyclical, serpentine, earthen energy and yourself. Balanced beautifully right at that point where you meet the ground. Focus on that connection and breathe in. Breathe in some of that light from your heart. We're going to breathe it out 3 times into that connection. So breathe that in, collect some of that energy from your heart, and send it into that connection, that meeting point between you and the ground. Feel that strengthen, that connection. Really focus on it. 2 more times. I'll let you do this at your pace. So breathe in that heart fire and down. Just solidifying our connection to the planet. 1 more time. In. And collect and breathe down. Solidifying that connection, that relationship. And just take a moment with that sensation, with that feeling of not only a strengthened relationship, but a renewed one that now has your focus again. Breathe 1 more time, just with that connection. And take a moment's thought to think about how you might carry that relationship, that renewed connection forward with you. What can you do to make that connection reflect in your life and your actions? Good. Thank you. Thank you, Theo and Cheveo, for helping me with this healing. And thank you to everyone for engaging with it. We are now ready to thank the Divine Youth and to move into closing up our ritual. So I believe BA.
Youth, thank you for your presence here tonight. Do you have any final messages for us before you leave this space? If any of the celebrants have a sense of a final message, go ahead and share it. If any of the attendees do, please feel free to put it in the chat. Youth, we have met in your honor and filled this cup with our love. Drink, youth, and never know thirst. We honor you always in the circle of our lives.
The spirits have healed with us, worked magic with us, and danced with us. We'll take a moment now to seek out their voices. Spirits of the divine, spirits of the fellowship, what is it we need to know for tonight, for the future, as we go forward? Share with us your wisdom and give us your thoughts. We've drawn the truncated pyramid, the androgen or the liberator, and the warrior. We sit in a time where the foundation below us is firm, so firm that it might be frozen solid, and it feels like we need our own heat to thaw it out. The liberator teaches us, though, that we can crack that ice, that foundation is what we make of it, what we choose to do upon that foundation. And the warrior teaches us that our own strength, our own power, our own will is what we need to drive us forward. So in this time, when the sun is beginning to return, and theoretically soon we will begin to see a thawing of the winter, we need to bring forth our own focus, our own desire to break free of the bindings that have held us where we are, and use our strength to make this truncated pyramid, to make this world mound the thing that we need it to be, the world, the community, and the universe that we can imagine through our queer spirit. And now we will thank our divinities and spirits for their presence with us in this rite.
We honor the beings who have guided our rite tonight. George is holding our offering cup at the main altar. We ask you to focus on that altar and the cup. Breathe out your blessings and well-wishings for these kindreds of our hearts. Breathe your thanks and your love into the cup as I speak. We give thanks to the spirits, beings, and divinities that walked with us this night. Thank you for your presence and protection, for your blessings and bounty. Thank you for guiding our magic and our healing and for holding open the way. We pledge to honor your gifts and to use them wisely. We give you thanks and honor this evening.
To the Phoenix, we give offering. To the queer divine in many names, youth, explorer, lover, healer, warrior, liberator, mystic, and elder, we give offering. To the Minotaur, we give offering. To the dragon, we give offering. To the queer ancestors, we give offering. To Terra and Soul, we give offering. To the Genius Loci, we give offering. To all you spirits who walk with us, may you never thirst. Tus Kayate.
Tus Kayate.
Netza Shaliach.
Netza Shaliach. And now we will thank the elements, beginning with water and ending with earth.
We give thanks to water for the snow outside and the memory of warmth and comfort to our emotions and to our passions. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tuskaite.
We thank fire in all its forms, the wildfires that scour the earth yet permit new growth, the quiet fires burning in hearths around the world, and the lightning sparks of fire as electricity crackling through our homes and allowing us to be connected tonight. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tuskaite.
We thank air for the quiet breezes around us and the stillness of the past few days as the flakes fall from the sky. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tuskaite.
And we thank the earth in all of its forms, from the foundational bedrock that holds us in our homes to the sleeping seeds underneath of the snow, getting ready to sprout and bring new life. Thank you, earth, for growth, for stability, and for sustenance. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tuskaite. Netza Shaliach. And now, we, as we have honored the elements, we also honor that which has been changed, and we invite it back into ourselves. So those things that we spoke and cast out earlier, we honor the fact that they have been transformed just as we have been. And by reclaiming them and taking them back into the world, we change the world as well. May this transformed energy be a tool with which we work our wills.
Whole, that full shining circle of connected lights. Feel how our community has been empowered by our work together. Feel how you have been changed personally by it. Send some of that energy out into the circle with a breath. And out. And then breathe in one more time and send some energy out into the community that could not be here with us this evening. This is the power of the Phoenix to transform and regenerate. Let us take the gift of this connection with us into our daily lives. Manifest your will through love. And now we go forth into the world, renewed by the bonds of this fellowship. Out of the flames, into the light.
Thank you, Creasy. And of course, thank you to all of the celebrants. Thank you to Creasy, to Kat, Theo, BA, Indy, Cheveo, and to Co. Thank you all so much for taking part in tonight's ritual and helping us present it. Thank you very much to Frank, who is handling all of this tech stuff just off camera. Wave, Frank. There we go. Hi, Frank. And thank you, everyone, for joining us, for watching this short but very sweet ritual of ours. We do appreciate it, and we hope that that you got something from it. So in just a minute, we are going to open up our chat, this Google Meet video conferencing that we use to put on the ritual. We're going to open that up to anyone else who would like to join us. We'll be, of course, stopping the recording and taking that off of the stream so that we have some privacy. And we'll just be there to chat for a little bit. You know, if anyone wants to join us and talk about things, be social after this, now's the chance to come and interact a little bit. We, of course, have another virtual ritual coming up in early April. Honestly, I forget the date. I don't have it in front of me. But it was playing before the ritual. There was a little title card there, and you can find information about that on our website. There's a Google Calendar sort of, I think, to the side. Or you can find that information on our Facebook page as well. In addition to that, we also are going to continue keeping up this survey that we created for a couple more days. I think I'll leave it up and active through end of day Monday, just in case you haven't answered and wouldn't mind doing that for us. We really do use that feedback. You know, you tell us what it is that you'd like to see from us, and if we can accommodate, we will. Absolutely. That's it, really. Thank you, everyone.
The Google code is in.
Yes. The code or the URL that you'll need to join the chat room at the in just a moment, that is in the description in the YouTube video. We're going to leave the stream going. It'll be back to the title card. But we're going to leave that up for a few minutes so that you have the chance to access that link. But otherwise, if you'd like to chat, we will see you soon. If not, we understand, and thank you for attending. Te Kayate.